Well, I thought long about the second person to come up because that is a very hard act to follow. But Bryan Reeves actually spoke at the FREDTalk and gave just a rockin' talk about a 30-day period he gave up
women.
30 days.
Yeah, if you think that's just about sex, it's not a long time.
Exactly, because it included masturbation, so that was the real hard part.
I don't know what just happened. I'm walking by, including masturbation.
So 7 years ago, I was working as the international PR spokesperson for a luxury watch company, and I was making a lot of money. But then I felt the call to adventure, and I left that to go manage spiritual music bands. So in August of 2007, I was jet-setting around the world, and I made $10,000 a month. Then the very first month I started managing music bands, I made $25. Now, I went on a magical adventure for the next 4 years. I toured all over the country. I stayed in fans' homes. I slept on their couches. I slept on massage tables. I slept on a porch once. I slept on a windowsill up in San Francisco. I had an amazing experience. But then in 2011, the band broke up, and I was essentially broke. I had improved upon that $25 a month, but not by much. And on top of that, I had gone through tens of thousands of dollars of my own personal savings, frankly, my living standards had just plummeted. After sleeping on windowsills and porches and in barns, you kind of learn to be comfortable anywhere. It's kind of like that frog in a slowly boiling pot of water. I was the frog, and that slowly boiling pot of water was my slowly plummeting living standards. So by this time last year, I was living permanently on an air mattress, renting a small room in a home that frankly I was kind of embarrassed to be living in, but I had blown through all my savings and I was desperately clutching on to the last bit of money that I had, like a drowning man might cling on to a floating piece of styrofoam. And I was going down. But then I finally hit bottom when I had a hot date. Now, let me just say, you ladies have just been the most juicy, delicious catalyst for my deepest transformations in this lifetime, and I honor you, and I love you, and I cherish you for that. But like most every other time that you try to bring me through transformation, I was not interested in transformation at this moment. So I had no intention of bringing this woman into my home. But lo and behold, there we were, staring at my air mattress, surrounded by my decrepit Goodwill furniture, and encapsulated in my bedroom, which I had painted this really awful color that I call putrefying salmon, because that was the only paint that I could find in the house to paint over the scratched up walls that the previous guy had left in my room. You know, rather than get myself out of a miserable situation, I just made myself more comfortable in it. A frog in boiling water. So there we both were, two grown adults sizing each other up, right, for suitable mating. And you know, she was this beautiful, sexy, succulent, wonderful woman that was charming, and she had this hair that just smelled like, you know, like a lavender-covered meadow after a gentle rain. And I was a 38-year-old man with an electric air mattress. Tony Robbins says, if you want to raise the quality of your life, you must raise your standards. And in that moment, I realized that not only do I not have high standards for my living situation, I had no standards for my living situation. So the very next day, these words popped into my head. And they were, go big or go homeless. And thus, my life theme mantra for the year was born, because with those words coursing through my head, everything changed. I immediately set out to start playing a bigger game. And I gave myself permission to go actually homeless trying. But of course that didn't happen, because as I reoriented my whole world with these 5 words, everything shifted. I stopped seeing the little bit of money that I had left as a desperate life preserver, and I started seeing it as fuel. I immediately invested it in things that would change the way I was playing my life. I rented a cabin for 30 days, and I wrote the first draft of my first book. I went to seminars and conferences where I knew I would be in the same room with other people playing a big game. I went and saw my mom for the first time in 2 years. That's shameful. But most importantly, I stopped letting sleeping on an air mattress be good enough for me. Everything changed because of these 5 words. And now this year I have a new life theme mantra, and it's Bryan Reeves, 2014, my year of mastery. It's hot, right? So why am I telling you this? But I'm telling you this because it's New Year's time. And since January 1st, I actually created a video, and about 1,500 people have been doing this life theme mantra experience. And I don't have time to go into the questions. I created questions, and I'll be telling the story. You know, some of you may already be thinking in your minds, wow, what is life calling forth for me right now? And actually, you know, it's on my website, managingthemagic.com, if you want to watch the video and do this. But I'll tell you, there's some cards up here, but I'll tell you the essential question is, how is life calling you to show up this year? Some other people that did this recently, they had themes of my friend Athena, reality be damned. Sarah, totally trusting. Emmy, show up and open up. I mean, you can see how these short phrases could guide you through every choice that you make, every situation that you find yourself in this year. And that's what I love about this, because this life theme process, it's something that, you know, just 5 words or less can totally program your inner world and reorient how you show up in every aspect of your life for the entire year, in every situation. You know, when I think of my new life theme, my year of mastery, I get excited. I'm thinking, holy shit, I only have 365 days to mastery of certain subjects that excite me. It inspires me, and that's the key. Is that the timer?
Yes, that's it.
That's the key.
That was a second.
Yeah, but you got 2 minutes.
So the point is, the life theme, I offer this to you because it's a New Year's resolution time, and this is something that can excite you, and the question is basically, what might be 5 words or less that can inspire you to live your best life throughout this entire year? Thank you so much.
Thank you. Did you get a mattress?
I now sleep on a mattress. I have a place that I'm proud to bring anybody. Yes, thank you. You're all welcome. Parties in my place after this.
All right. Is there gonna be a sex talk after this?
There's absolutely, we're gonna talk about sex. Any questions?
What happened to the hot chick?
I never saw her again. But she was awesome. But I made this video and I talk about her, and I actually reached out to her and I said, look, I just want you to know you so played a beautiful role in this transformation that I went through. And I just want to thank you, and I just want you to see the video. I didn't mention her. She, you know, no one knows, but she's wonderful, and so there's a beautiful thing there. Thanks, y'all.